Guys, what's going on? We're still making our rounds. We're almost done. I just wanted to come on for a minute and talk about something that's really bugging me. It's the Idaho 4 case. You know, Bryan Kohberger. You know, there's so much stuff going on in that case right now that's starting to come out. I wish they would just drop it all out, right? So we could see everything. There's a jet. There's so much I think they got on this guy. It's not even funny, guys. Literally, it's not even funny. And I don't know, guys. I feel like that cell phone, you know, shutting it off from, what was it, 2:47 a.m. to 4:48 a.m. 2 hours. 2 hours almost. 1 minute over 2 hours. 2 hours and 1 minute. 2:01. Does that have some meaning? 2:01. Does that mean something? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Was he trying to do it at 2 hours? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is there any meaning to this time frame? Because he was still not back at his apartment when he turned the phone on. So what's the whole point of turning the phone on in exactly 2 hours? Minus a minute. God, this wind is bad. I don't know. Something fishy to me. I mean, he was, of course, trying to evade them. You know, he said he's stargazing on a cloudy night. But he's driving all over the world to stargaze when it's cloudy. It made no dang sense to me. But justice for these 4 is a must, guys. The trial's coming up soon. It'll be here before you know it. They're trying, of course, get everything thrown out, mainly DNA evidence. I get it. That's what defenses try to do because they know that they got him. But I still think they got more DNA and I think that dog hair is going to play a role. I really do. I'm praying it's Murphy's hair. But, you know, there was also 8 strands of hair found in that apartment, in the vacuum cleaner thing. So, is it going to lead us down a rabbit hole? Is it going to lead us to somebody else? Or another case? Or something different? Or is it going to lead us to these 4? One of these 4. You got to remember, I think the one that put up the biggest fight was Xana, right? And so, was it her hair? Was it Ethan Chalmers' hair? Was it Maddie? They were in bed, so I don't think so. The other 2 were up. That's why I feel it would probably be one of their hairs. But the dog hair, that could have came from that room when he set that knife piece down or whatever, trigger warning, guys. That could have been from that. And I don't know. It could have been. And so it's trying to figure it out, right? There's so much involved, but so many red flags because the way he did things was not, he did it so fast that he messed up. You know, you would think criminology, everybody knows he's going to have covered his tracks in majority of the ways, right? But the hurriness and the speediness, I think, is what got him. I think him trying to hurry, I think the dog started barking, I think he wasn't expecting none of that. I think he had to act faster. He had to go quicker. That's why he didn't stay longer. I think his plan was to stay longer, but it didn't work out that way. I'm wondering what kind of memorabilia or something they think. I don't know. There's some stuff out there that he had some stuff from that apartment or that house. I'm wondering what kind of tokens, if he did take a token. I don't know. I'm just saying. Man, it's crazy, right? Because in the beginning, I was torn when I first started looking at this case, and I was like, man, I don't know. And then when I started really getting down into reading everything about him and his past and his troubles and his family, and man, it is red flags everywhere. I say even with the father, there's red flags. I think he knew something when they got pulled over twice. I think that father knew something right then and there. I think that's why he went up there to ride back with him. I really do. You got to remember, it was all over the news, right? The car, everything was all over the news. And supposedly his sister was already putting 2 and 2 together. Supposedly, from what's being said out there, is that she thought it was him from the get-go. I think as soon as they said the car, But, and then what about this other girl, right? This other girl that's going to testify, supposedly, that he set a camera up and was trying to peep on her. And then I think they're going to use the other case, witnesses from some of the other things. And I think the professor's going to testify about having to fire him, right? I think all that's going to come out. And we're back over here. And I don't know, they got something way more. They're saying they got a solid, strong. You don't hear that solid, strong case very often. We heard that in the Leilani trial. They said they had a strong case, but not in the Karen Read trial. We knew there was holes in the Karen Read trial. I think they got so much here that's why they're trying to throw out some of this stuff, is because they know they got way more. And I'm curious if the IDs were found. I'm curious. Somebody said there was 2 IDs. I know it was out there somewhere. That they found 2 IDs in a box wrapped in like a handkerchief or something, or a towel or something like that, a napkin. And then I'm wondering about all the blood stains on the pillowcases and the bedding, right, from his apartment, along with the pet hair and the 8 other strands of hair and the one glove, and then they find the gloves in his car and boxes, but the same gloves that were found at the crime scene, the same gloves that were found. Which I don't know if they could use it because it had been there so long it might have been contaminated, but I don't know. I think it was found like a week after or something like that. Someone found it. But, it's the same gloves. And then to find out he had 2 ski masks in his car, a black hat, some Nike shoes, black Nike shoes, or black and white Nike shoes, whatever. No, black shoes, because the black and white ones he had on when they arrested him. But it's just, and he had on all the Under Armour. Everything he wore when he got arrested pretty much was black. Y'all know that, right? All the way down to boxers, black Under Armour boxers, black Under Armour socks, black shorts. Everything was black that he was wearing. He was trying to hide and sneak out there to those trash cans and put his trash in the neighbor's trash cans. That's what he was doing, because he felt, as long as they don't get my DNA somewhere, if they can't find my DNA, he knew they were going to. Why would he, if he wasn't guilty, why in God's name would he be separating his trash? If he wasn't guilty of something, that nobody ever would say he's guilty. I mean, he wouldn't do that. If you're guilty, you're going to do that. It's not paranoia. You're guilty, and so you're covering your own tracks by making sure. They're probably searching your trash cans. They're probably watching you. That's why I think he went out there and scrubbed the heck out of that car before they arrested him. I think he knew the arrest was coming, and I think he knew something was coming. He's not dumb. I think they put it together with his car. I think they in the photos. I think that's why I think he's seen on camera somewhere, either at that gas station by that house or somewhere, somehow a camera must have got his face in that car, somewhat of where they can identify him that way. And that's what I'm wondering, because they were one step ahead. They kept everything so tight-lipped too, and it's still tight-lipped, a lot of it. That's why I wish it would drop, man. Golly, we need justice for these 4 for sure. But I'm just wondering. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, like, all the little things that I'm reading that they put out, about the gun, the pow pow and all that. I didn't even know they took that for DNA purposes. Like, why? Was something like that used in this? Now, if that was the case, then of course it could be explained why everything was so quick, right? But really, it necessarily wasn't that quick, because if you take, 4:08 a.m. or 4:07, he was probably inside. I think he parked by 4:06. So it took him, say, 1 minute to throw his stuff on, unless he already had it on, or he just put the shower curtain over him, or whatever he did, and then ran in there, did what he had to do, and left. I mean, by 4:20, 4:19, that's a good amount of time if you close your eyes and don't do nothing for that amount of time. You could get a lot done in that many minutes. Think you can run a mile in that many minutes. Mile and a half, some people. Hell, some people might even be able to run 2 miles in that time. Not me, but somebody might. But I don't know, guys. Ruby, what do you think? I don't know. Ruby thinks he's guilty, I think. If there wasn't so much, this can't be this many coincidences, right? That's what I say. The Amazon, he ordered 2 of the same weapons used. The Papa Rogers thing, like he was taunting everybody. You know how I feel about people when they taunt, like prophets and all them taunt people. I feel like Candace and Don Wells, like they all taunt people, and it's weird. And I don't like that. It makes you guilty to me, in my opinion. And These 4 angels did not deserve that. They did not deserve to have their life cut short like that. They did not deserve it at all. And I don't know what his problem was. I don't think this was his first time either. I really don't. I think he had already done something once before. And that's why he was able to do what he did. I think he knew how many people were in there. I think he thought it was going to be just the girls. And I don't know if he really thought the dog was going to bark like that, but you can clearly hear that dog bark twice. And I think that was the first floor, and then the second floor. The first time when he opened the door, and then I think that's probably what startled the 2 girls to wake him up. And then when he went in that room, they were up and probably trying to get out of bed. I don't know. And I think that's where the noise came from, of her saying somebody was here. I think she was trying to warn everybody. And I think that's when maybe Ethan got up and started going to the hallway. And I think by the time he realized that he was probably caught and was running downstairs, he was probably going to leave, in my book. And he ran into Ethan, and Ethan gave him some heck. And then he had Xana screaming probably, or whatever that noise was. They think they heard some crying or something. Maybe she was crying because of what happened to Ethan, and she just panicked. I don't know, and froze. You know, it happens. But she did fight back. So I think, you know, the scratch marks and the DNA, there's DNA somewhere within one of those girls' fingernails. It's got to be. Because you got to think, dead skin cells fall off all the time, right? He didn't have his eyes in that area covered. So if he was scratched, there's DNA somewhere. And I think that's going to make all the difference in this case. But anyway, we'll see, guys. We're going to get out of here. We just got flagged down, so we're going to get out of here. But I'll do more tonight. I just wanted to come on and touch base about it a little bit. Remember, allegedly, these are just my opinions, my theories, my thoughts, my free speech, right? Allegedly, it's all alleged bubble. I'm all alleged. Don't take none of this as facts. It's just me talking. And trigger warning times 100 million. Y'all's comments, y'all's and y'all's alone. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. All right? Bye.